Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Real Deal podcast. Today we have on Afton, if you want to introduce yourself.
My name is Afton, and I go to school at Ball State.
Yes, you should tell us like your major,
Okay.
what you're involved in,
Okay.
any like accomplishments, basically just your resume.
Oh, okay. Hey, my name is Afton Vanek. I currently live in Muncie, but I'm from like the Midway area of Chicago, and I'm a junior right now, and I'm studying art. Quiet on set. And I'm studying art history, with minors in global studies and art. And I'm involved in. I'm on PHA with Rosemary, and we're in the same sorority. And
What's PHA?
Oh my God, Public Housing Association.
You had
No,
me
just
for a
kidding.
second.
The Pan-Hellenic Association that oversees all 10 chapters of our sororities here on campus.
Yeah.
And we're in Kappa Delta.
Yeah, she's my big.
And she's my
Which
little.
I feel like I have had a lot of people on here from sorority.
But you think?
Well, I guess not that many, but just so you guys know, we're friends outside of it, and it's not just because we're in a sorority, you know? But there's
Friends
also
is
that. Yeah, it's a really strong word.
yeah, that's a big word.
Okay, so our
Okay.
coloring sheets.
Oh!
In this picture, you should tell us about the picture.
Wow, I feel like I'm on the royal court with Brittany Broski.
True.
I just watched the Josh Gad episode. It was epic.
I'm not that funny, so it's fine.
It's okay, I'll pick it up. This is from when we went to AFLV. On a
What's
1 hour.
AFLV?
I
People don't know these acronyms.
AFLV.
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for, but you can
It
tell
stands
us.
for the Awesome Fraternity Life Vacation.
Vacation. And that's how it felt too. It really felt like a vacation.
It was more like a nightmare for
Yeah.
some. And by some, I mean myself.
What was your
But
favorite part of it?
Probably winning. I won second place in a case study for Order of Omega.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really cool because I got to talk about things.
You should tell us about how you got sang out of.
Is that like appropriate to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't say.
Yeah. We'll keep it PG. So there's this thing, and how me and Rosemary on PHA, there's also this other thing. I feel like this is picking up like marker ASMR, so I'm like getting a little nervous.
Then just bring it over here.
You're right.
Yeah.
So how we're on PHA, there's also another council called IFC, which is the Interfraternity Council. That
so
oversees
us, but like boys.
Yeah. Right.
And there's
gender
actually
bent.
one paired, like there's a Rosemary Papa, but like a man.
Right. And there's an Aftomanic, but a man.
Yeah.
I would say in all aspects of life,
Yours is red.
What?
Never mind. Okay, keep going.
Can we get like a Jim from The Office cut?
Just keep going. Keep going.
But it was Saturday night, and it was after I won the case study. Well, second place, but like we were never gonna beat Duke University anyway. We're Ball State, like bye.
Yeah.
So basically first. And somehow we end up, and it's just giving like preschool for a hot minute.
Preschool?
Because all the girls are waiting outside the boys' dorm.
Not me.
Never Rosemary.
Never me.
And she saved me and brought me back to the dorm. And I was like, for some reason I had to go back there because I was like, I need to give Rhett his prize for winning. Yeah. And like I low-key lied. I was like, he knows. But he like didn't know. It was just a whole thing. And somehow, some parts of the story, you might as well call this like The Hangover. Oh, there was nothing involved like that. But like trying to piece together that night is very akin to maybe Hangover 2 almost, I would say. Thailand? Yeah. And so somehow I end up in their room alone. It's all the boys and me. And
I'm sitting in my room because we're trying to go to the silent disco or whatever.
Can I also preface this was my second time going, so I didn't want to go to silent disco.
You said you wanted to go though.
I think I did at one point.
Okay.
And then
or you just lied. But anyway, I've never been before, so I wanted to like go at least see what it was about, whatever. Like I don't know.
Did
like
you
I'm
end
not
up
just
going?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was pretty fun actually. But
Were you silent or were you silenced?
both.
Okay.
But anyway,
What silenced
Some
you?
of the other girls wanted to just go right then, but I was like, I don't know where Afton is. Like, I'm not just like leaving when
She was
I
looking
like
out.
have no idea where she is.
It's giving Lewis and
And
Clark. She's looking out.
and so they went anyway, and I stayed back with a couple other people, and I was like calling Afton. I was texting her. Everyone was calling and
I
texting,
had
and
no idea this was going on.
nowhere to be found. So
No
finally,
idea.
someone made like a group chat with us and the guys like during dinner, and we're like trying to be funny in it or whatever.
Preschool.
Yeah, it was so middle school, and I did not text.
Mind you, I'm saying that while I'm in a room with 10 other men.
Right, like
and
you
it's
were
just me.
you were doing it too.
It's just me.
But she wasn't doing it in that way. But anyway,
I was there purely to bully and kind of humble them in a way.
that sounds so
It was awesome.
pick me though. But anyway, not really. I don't think you're.
Oh, I'm
pick me.
pissed.
I don't.
We
I know
just
you're.
had this
pick me.
conversation last night too with me and Lauren.
Really?
Yeah, pick me.
What'd you talk about? Wait, let me finish the story
Okay.
and then we can talk about that. Okay, so then finally, I, for the very first time, texted in this group chat because I was like, I'm literally never texting in this. I was about to mute it, but I was like, okay, like I have no other choice. I have to. So I was like, does anyone know where Afton is? And one of the guys responds and was like,
Kate and Gabbert. Can we
was
say
like-
full names on
yeah,
there?
it's fine.
Okay.
and was like,
He'll never know.
she's in our room. And I was like, what the hell? Like, why? And so I went, and again, I was like, I'm literally never going, but Afton forced me to, so I went, and then they like opened the door, and it's literally all of the guys in Afton, and then Afton is just like sitting in the middle of all of them, and like will not get up.
First of all,
Like she won't get up.
They are interrogating me
About what?
About men on the IFC board, like
what you think about them.
yes, like telling me about how much they hate this one guy on there. I hope this never goes viral because if
Don't
they see this
repost
shit,
it.
I'm not reposting
Yeah,
this
it's fine.
at all. First of all, they like hate this one guy on their board, so like they were talking about it, and then they kept like asking me questions, and I only had one hater in there, and his name is Caden Gabbert. That's fine, and he wanted me out, but like I like, for reasons, by the power of God, I couldn't leave. I needed an escort out of
Yeah,
there.
so literally she was sitting in the middle and would not leave, and so I was like, oh my god, I'm about
I
to
was like, come in, you
I'm
have to
about to
come
have
get
to
me.
walk into this room right now, and finally I
That's
walked
called
in.
capital to confidence.
Yeah, seriously. And I like just grabbed Afton by her hands, and we walked out as they were. What were they singing?
And as we're walking out, it was like a scene like from a movie, and
A horror movie for me.
a choir of angels start singing, na 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 na. Na 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 na, like as I'm leaving, and that was kind of really cool.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
It was beautiful, and yeah, that's just who I am.
And
Just awesome.
I was like so drained on that trip, but the one good
Yes.
thing was hanging out with Afton. I feel like, except we were like,
Fucking liar.
I mean, yeah, we were like beefing,
Did
but
we?
no, not like in a serious way.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we beefed the whole time.
Yeah, and we
Literally
still
hate
do
her.
to this day.
Yeah.
But that's kind of nice, you know?
It's
and
like
I
a
always
butcher
talk
shop.
about this because it's like when I'm not close with someone, they're like overly nice.
Oh,
You
really?
know? No,
yeah,
like
I'm just not like that.
No,
ever.
I mean just like if this happened in high school. Like I just joined a friend group and this one guy was like, I hate all of you except for Rosemary, like you're amazing. And then I'm like, okay.
What
so
the?
you
Did
so
he
we're
pick
just
you?
like
Did you pick him?
no.
Okay.
But do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like
Yeah.
he doesn't see me as like close enough to like insult me.
Yeah.
But like
Straight.
you're good at that.
I'm just really good at being mean. People tell me I have a good knack for that, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I have a knack
Okay, so-
for being a raging bitch.
So, do you want to go through your notes app, or do you
Like,
want
do
to
I
talk
have
about?
to finish coloring this?
No, you
Oh,
don't.
okay.
You can do
Like,
this
I definitely
later.
want to hang
Do
this
it
up
later,
on my wall.
yeah.
Okay.
No one ever finishes it regardless.
Oh, okay, awesome.
It's just like so you don't feel awkward.
I love
But
it.
if you're already looking at something, it's good.
Well, we're going to dive into my notes app, which have been alive since 2017, so that's 8 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
8 years
That's
ago?
a really long time, and it doesn't feel like
wow, that
long.
like actually just hit. So my first note is from November 27, 2017 at 9:02 p.m. It's my Christmas list.
Read it.
Bob Newby superhero t-shirt
And did
from
you get
Stranger
it?
Things. Yes, I did.
Wow.
I wore the F out of that.
I'm sure you did.
Melanie Martinez blanket. Silence.
That makes sense.
H&M gift cards.
Okay.
Okay, fast fashion.
Yeah.
And the Physics of Superheroes book.
Did you? That's
Don't
like,
know what that is.
that's like a short and sweet list.
Yeah, I think I got one thing off that list. So.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. I have a note right here. Burger King foot lettuce.
Just in case you ever forgot.
I'm never forget. Never forget Burger King foot lettuce. That was from 2018. So if you're like looking for a timeline on memes, yeah. Then we have another Christmas list from 2021 at 3:11 in the afternoon on November 12th. And it's Howl's Moving Castle by Hayao Miyazaki, but the book. A Dunkin' gift card, and an Appa stuffed animal from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Wow.
So that's awesome. I'm trying to think like if I have like good notes. I'm looking.
What do you think is something that makes you unique? Like, what makes you Afton?
I truly believe that what makes me is my like blunt person, like very blunt. Like I cannot be nice just to be nice. Like,
really?
No.
You've never, like, you can't be nice to someone you don't like at
all.
Let
me
I
give
feel
you an
like you
example.
could fake it.
I go out Friday night to go to the frats.
This past
weekend.
Oh, okay.
And this girl, who I could tell you later in the car.
Okay.
She comes up to me and she goes, "Do you notice anything different about me?" And I guessed wrong. And I said, "You look really orange." Because she had a spray tan and
Oh my
it
God.
looked orange. And she was like, "No, I got my hair cut." Girl, ain't nobody looking at that.
Oh, damn.
Girl, ain't nobody looking at that when you look like an annoying orange. She's actually very, sometimes
You like
sweet.
her?
No.
Oh, okay.
This can never get out.
Well, just don't say who it
This will
is.
never be posted. She knows.
I guess that's true.
We get along sometimes, but I think she would also agree that we are not good friends. God, standards meeting is calling.
Seriously.
I cannot be on this.
What are like some misconceptions about you? Like, what do you think someone would think about you when they first meet you?
This is one that you'll probably clock right away.
Okay.
People think I'm actually fucking stupid.
I've never thought you were stupid.
I think it's just because that, like, my personality, I come off very, like, funny. Like, I'm very not serious. Like, my cat's name is literally Theoban. Like, I was voted meme queen at freshman year in my high school in the yearbook. So, like,
wow.
God bless.
What?
One of my personal best accolades.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Is that on your resume?
Yeah. Right next to my one summer spent working at AMC, slinging popcorn. But
True.
I think that's one that people, like, really don't understand about me is that they actually just think I'm dumb. And, like,
Why do you think that is?
'Cause,
oh, you just said that.
I think I act like I'm dumb. But, I don't like to
like
act like I'm smart. Like, if I could rather act like if I'm smart or dumb, I'd rather act dumb.
Yeah, it's more fun that way.
Yeah, literally.
Except it catches up to you. Because I've been friends with people before who, like, I mean, okay, my friend group was, like, really smart in high school.
Okay.
And I always had, like, good grades and stuff, like,
Yeah.
even if it was only, like, to keep up with my friends. But,
Damn.
I mean, they're all,
That's
like, crazy.
crazy.
I know. Well, no, I think I would have done it myself.
Okay.
But, like, just looking back and
so
now,
Hermione Granger in you.
I guess, one time, I'm sure I've said this multiple times, but when I had a Harry Potter TikTok account,
Yeah.
someone commented and said I look like a mix between Hermione and Hagrid.
I have heard that, yeah.
Which I really hope is just because of my hair, but, like, I have Hermione hair.
What do you think is the Hagrid part of that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm worried about. Because also that one time my mom said I had my dad's body type, which is just not really something like a 16-year-old girl wants to hear. But anyway, okay.
That's crazy.
What was I saying? Oh, but I was in a friend group with these one people and they were all, like, bonding over, like, how bad their GPAs were in high school. Then they were like, "Rosemary, what's yours?" And it was, like, good.
4.8.
And then I just felt, like, dumb. Because it's not like I was, like, going out of my way to, like, brag, you know?
Yeah, they asked.
But then they think
like,
that
was
I'm
a
bragging.
can of worms they opened.
But they're just mad.
They were mad for the truth?
No. They just, like, I don't know. They don't
I feel like I'm in therapy right now.
For me?
No, for me.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know when they give, like, kids
what do you
coloring
want to get
sheets?
off your chest? I feel like talk about you, not me.
Something I want to get off my chest?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm, like, pretty open and honest. Like, you ask me anything, I'll give you the truth.
Okay. What is on your bucket list?
Nothing. I used to think maybe like bungee jumping or like jumping out of a plane would be kind of cool, but like no. Like that comes with a lot of risks that I'm not willing to take.
Okay.
Like no.
So I was really surprised you posted something about like what you want your future to look like, and it wasn't at all what I thought it was going to be. So you should talk about like your where you will be in 10 years,
Okay.
ideally.
Where I will be in are you referring to like the West?
Yeah.
Where I will be in 10 years.
You just gave it away.
The West. I'm going to be in Russia. That's a different West. I think that I really want to Is it over?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
In
awesome.
the most aggressive way possible.
Awesome.
Okay.
I love that little cue. In 10 years, I will be living in South Dakota, owning a bison ranch, because this is one thing that I'm really passionate about is bison, okay? At one point, there were only like 10 left in the entire world.
Really?
And it was Teddy Roosevelt going into office that like saved all of them. And you know what was crazy? He used to be a game hunter.
What?
And he would hunt bison.
So why did
And he wanted to hunt the last bison in the world.
What?
But then he found out about how important they were to like indigenous people in America, and he was the one who put the ban on it. And now we're at like 400 to 500,000 bison in North
And that's
America
a pretty
again.
good amount.
I know.
Okay, so that's why you want to be.
Yes, I
on a
love
ranch?
bison. They have literally been around since like the Ice Age. I
Yeah.
think I'm lying, but like they're pretty old. But I just want to own like a whole bison
Ice
ranch. Like I don't want to cook them or nothing. I just want to let them. They're like nomadic, which is like it's hard to keep a nomadic animal, cause like you need to have like 1,000 acres. for
Yeah,
them
they need to be
roam on.
moving.
Yeah, cause they're nomads.
Yeah.
Nomadland, great movie. But yeah, I think I want to do that, and then I think I also want to be like working for Christopher Nolan at the same time. Like I could definitely zoom in. But
So
most of all, I
why?
want to be on a bison ranch.
What do you want to do with your degree?
Nothing.
Really?
I switched because I used to be animation, and I would really like it was not for me. Like the people who stayed in animation, God bless you. I could never.
It's just like too much work.
It's like too much work for something I'm not passionate about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like if I was passionate about, like I could definitely put in the work, but then it was just easier to switch over to art history because it's like only an 80 credit thing,
Really,
and
I would think that would
Yeah.
be so difficult though. 'Cause
really,
I feel like everyone who's ever taken an art history class. Is
Oh,
like,
yeah, they're
it's
rough.
horrible.
I think I actually have a gray hair.
I
somewhere.
have 2 gray hairs right now, and my dad went gray at like 16. So, but my mom is like still barely gray.
Oh, okay, you'll be fine.
So we'll see. Yeah, but I have 2
Time
right
will
now.
tell.
Also, it's fine. I can just dye my hair, and I'd rather that than go bald.
Do you think you would go bald?
No, but that's like an irrational fear. Cause I lose a lot of hair when I like shower and stuff.
Yeah.
But I have a lot, so it's like I have stuff to lose. But
You're just
if I live
abundant.
like 70 years,
Okay.
that's a lot of showers.
I think that's a lot more lives than I would ever live.
Yeah, when do you want to
Like
die?
a lot more years.
When do you want to die?
I want to die maybe at like preferably like 98. Cause then I'll just be
That's-
like, I'll be so old that I'll
So
be
that
like,
is
just let it
70
happen.
years.
But like, if I'm being honest, like if I was actually looking at the things that I do as a person, I think we're cutting it short at around like 48, 56.
48?
Give or take. Mama, they're putting stuff in the water to make frogs gay. Like, they're coming for me next. Is that okay? Who says that? Like,
I don't know.
who says that?
You say that now.
I said
That's
it.
an Afton original. Yeah, I don't.
Chlorine.
Okay, is there anything you need to talk about on here?
I need to talk about, if this somehow goes viral, Theo Vaughn, please let me be on your podcast. Like,
Why? Give us your pitch.
I would be so effing funny. Literally so
Are
funny.
you being funny right now?
No. This
So how
is
is this
like
gonna
a
convince
day
him?
off. Like, this is a day off.
Give us some jokes. Tell us your funniest story that's ever happened to you in your life.
Now you put me on the spot.
Well, that's what Theo's gonna do.
Okay. I think the funniest thing that ever happened to me was, like, this isn't funny, it's low-key tragic, but I stole a bunch of those, like, chocolate gold coins from Walgreens when I was a kid. And my mom found them in the car seat.
How old were you?
6. So I
Okay.
knew right from wrong. And my mom took me back to the store with a handwritten letter.
Oh.
And she made the people tell me that they were like, we would have taken you to jail. Like, and I was like,
She made them tell you that?
just to, like, scare me. And then after that, I never stole again.
Wow.
But I just, like, looking back, that's so funny.
That is funny. Did you like cry?
Yeah. I thought I was going to be incarcerated at 6.
You
Is
should
there-
have been.
Can you incarcerate at 6?
I don't know, but gold coins are pretty.
That gold foil. Mama.
Okay,
The U.S. is coming.
I guess any last words? What are you excited for in the next year?
Well, today we're getting twisters, so I'm really excited for that. But in the next year,
More twisters.
more twisters. Maybe like my 21st. But like
Ooh.
age is just. I was actually about to say age is just a number, which
And
I
that's
don't
so true.
believe.
That's so true.
But I meant to be like,
Certified Afton.
you just. We're just born to die.
Okay. Okay, this was
Summertime
incredible.
sadness.
Let's show them.
Wow.
And thank you for coming on today.
Thank
it was
you.
a pleasure.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you guys next time on the next podcast for Real Deal.